guys, welcome back to the channel. Tuesday morning, we are out slinging some boo on some hay ground. Same field I was doing the other day. Kind of got pulled off there to go back to merging yesterday, but yeah, we're out here just letting it happen. Yes, some of you guys are thinking and doing the backwards math. It has in fact been 5 days since we've cut this field. Generally, we do not like to spread on stuff that has been caught more than 3 days ago. We generally give ourselves a 3-day window just because we don't want to hurt that alfalfa plant once it starts to come back. As you can see, it's already greening up. But also, as you can see, this is very thin alfalfa. This is a 4th year seeding. We're plowing it under in the spring. Yeah. So I'm not real worried about it, to be honest with you. We're going to get one more cutting off of this field, and that's going to be it for this field. This field's going to get plowed under. We'll probably hammer it with manure more this winter if we run out of corn ground or need something firm to go on. So, yeah, I'm going to finish spreading this. We should be able to get the field done today. So follow along. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We'll see. It'll probably be a shorter video just because if things go well, there shouldn't be a whole lot of action. We should just be spread manure if things go well. That doesn't always happen. So follow along, guys. See what happens here. So those of you guys that are new to the channel, we're running an 88 International Eagle 3406B cat motor, and we've got a 7,500 gallon Ainsworth tanker. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about that, but the tank is run off of this remote, so I can both field spread or tend to spreader. All the controls are on this remote right here. Yeah, that makes it slick. There used to be a switch panel in the truck, and that was a pain in the butt. Switches would go bad. We were constantly blowing fuses. And then I would have to get out, run to the back of the tank, and manually run valves from back there, which was absolutely miserable, impossible, and made a mess of the fields. This remote's been a major upgrade this year. We just got it done this spring. Wasn't the cheapest of upgrades, but it made doing things like this much more easy, much more efficient. Also, if it's sprinkling or if it's winter time and it's 0 degrees out, this remote is handier than hell to have because you're not getting rained on, you're not freezing, or if it's hot out, you're not running the back. Like, I know that sounds lazy, but come on, guys, it's a really big deal, and also it's time. Just walking to the back of the trailer and back adds a minute, a minute a load. It doesn't seem like much, but if you're doing 30 loads a day, it's half an hour. You got to think about stuff like that. And I'm getting 3 to 4 loads an hour, so half an hour means another load or two a day, which is another, 7,500 to 15,000 gallons a day. That stuff adds up. These are the little things that adds up. So this remote's been a major upgrade from Ainsworth. Yeah, there we go. So we're empty now. I just hit motor off, and then this closes my knife valves, and we're good to go. All I got to do is just kill the PTO here, and it's as simple as that. We can go screaming back. Now, I realize Ainsworth's not the only ones with remotes. Most tanker setups have some form of remote, but this tank was an older tank. I mean, we've had it for going on 10 years now. And it, like I said, it used to have that switch panel, so this remote's been pretty awesome for all of that. Once I'm emptying back at the lagoon, I pull onto the pipe here, and then I've got a dry hill pump. All I got to do is switch from agitate. I just push the load button, and we are loading. It's that simple. We just bought this dry hill pump last year. All right, we'll hop out here. 48 footer, 8-inch pump. We could have gone bigger, but for what we moved, this is just fine. It's not like we're trying to move 4,000 cows with manure or anything like that. So yeah, this whole thing is powered off of a remote. The remote box is right there. All you got to do is plug it into the tractor. I kick my lights on because you need power to the box. And then from here, I can, control pretty much everything. Well, not pretty much. I can control everything from here. So, yeah, that's been a major upgrade. We used to have an 8-inch spool pump. It was pretty well rusted out and shot. What finally did that in is we went to pull it out one day and the whole undercarriage peeled right off of it. We did end up fixing that, but once we went to our new lagoon up there and the soon-to-be lagoon out here, we knew we were going to need a wall walker pump. So we got this from Hainsworth Farms, same place we get the trailer from, and it's been another slick upgrade. So all in all, the last couple of years, we have made a couple improvements to our manure system. Dry hill pump, remote on the truck, and we've got a Noon manure spreader, 9,000 gallon Magnum that we field spread with on most of our corn ground. So yeah, manure's definitely better than it used to be. Once we can get rid of this earthen lagoon and that concrete lagoon over there is done, it's going to be a completely different ballpark altogether. The whole system's going to be different. So that's pretty awesome. This tank, we can talk a little bit about this tank. So as you can see, my fill pipe sets into another pipe that goes to the front and dumps back into the tank. So the original theory behind that is we were going to be able to agitate. It's not the best system. The problem is sand gets built up in that pipe right there, the little one that goes to the front. Also, the pipe does not seal tight where it sets into the top there. So what happens is it's too much manure to shove through that pipe when there's sand built up, and it ends up just blasting out all over the tank, making a complete mess. Those of you guys who know Hainsworth tanks, his new pipes, he has a few different setups, but they come around the front and dump in, but it's all a sealed system with knife valves on it. That works significantly better than this. This, I don't even try to agitate anymore. I run it when the sand builds up. I put a trash pump in the front inspection compartment, and we just flush it like that. So we're getting full. So now all I gotta do here, hit agitate, and we are back to stirring. Why am I stirring every load? Well, I'll show you. See that mess? That's from foam. If you don't stir, this manure is too watery and it gets foamy and it foams over the truck. It drives me nuts. Some people would say, well, just put less in. That's true too, but it's already a small trailer at 7,500 gallon. I don't want to be hauling 5,000 gallons around in a 7,500 gallon truck simply because of foam. So we're going to stir it up. Hopefully that gets the sand and the muck built up off of the bottom and prevents it from getting watery. I know there's additives I could add, oils, diesel fuel some people add, stuff like that, but I just got to make sure we do a better job agitating, that's all. So as far as the agitation goes, I'm sure I'm going to get comments that we need a boat. I agree, we need a boat. There are things that are much higher on the priority list at the farm that we need right now. So, and to rent one, it's like $350 to $400 an hour. Now you're talking $3,000 to $4,000 a day to rent a boat. Now, we do rent a boat when we have a custom dragline crew come in, just because they like the consistent manure to be going through the hose. Would I love to be able to run a boat every time I'm pumping out of a lagoon? Yes, that would be sweet. That would save us digging sand out. We'd be hauling more consistent manure, etc., etc. I definitely see all the advantages to hauling a boat. Here's the downside, the cost, guys. At best, you're looking at $250,000 for a new boat. You can buy a used boat, but you're going to get someone else's problems. There's a reason they got rid of it in the first place. So, unless PCE, Noon, or Bazooka would like to sponsor the Footlong Farmers channel and send me one of those $250,000 boats, which I'm totally open to, this is how we're going to do it for now. We're just going to do the best we can with what we got, and we're going to make it happen. So I do definitely see the advantages to the boat, the advantages to getting out good manure. By good, I mean consistent manure, and the advantages to getting the sand out with that instead of having to dig it out. I understand that. I just wanted to address that because that always pops up in my comments. So yeah, that's the scoop with the boat. It's just the price tag at the moment, guys. It's on the someday wish list. It's not on the right now wish list. So, another thing that comes up in my comments that came up actually the other day was I'm assuming these guys are from Europe, but they were shocked that we were spreading muck with a truck. I guess you guys call it muck over there. We just call it manure, but they said that we must have really sandy ground. I wouldn't say it's sandy. It's definitely sandier than yours. I've seen videos of how you guys do it over there. It's firm ground. I call it more of a sandy loam. It's not like the guys out west that are spreading desert sand. You know, it's not like that. But it's definitely a firm. You can see there's just a little bit of tracks, but that's just where the grass is matted down. I'm not sinking into the dirt at all. So yes, it's definitely a sandy loam, firmer ground. I would still prefer to be using the tractor tank for less compaction, but that's another piece of equipment running and more wear on another piece of equipment. So being that we're going to deep rip this in the spring and put it into corn, I'm not worried about the compaction. But yeah, we definitely have firm ground. So to answer that question, sandy loam is what I would consider it. More loam than sand. We do have some stone. It's definitely not what I would call rocky soil, but we do big rock. So another thing, unlike the guys in the Midwest, we do big rock here. Definitely have rock, just not. I grew up in the Catskill Mountains. That's rocky ground. This is not rocky ground. So hope that answered your question. Following one of Conover's trucks home here. Looks like they're hauling potatoes or beets or something into the canning factory. And this is a slick ride. You see him turn here. Just got behind him at the last stop sign. He put on quite a show. To be continued when he goes, I guess. Slick machine. It's really kind of a shame. I followed that truck the whole way home listening to that beautiful sound. I don't know, probably a Cummins. The minute he turns, I end up following a Boobaroo with a fart can on it. Here it comes, guys. First load of corn silage rolling in for the year. They're out there testing it. They got the processor and spout extension all set up this morning. They got the globe on for the active fill and the harvest lab. So they are getting her dialed in. Hopefully tomorrow they can really drop the hammer on it. But it's fall, officially fall. Hey guys, we finished up for the day here. 5:30, I got a haircut tonight. They're wrapping up the field. They're in chopping corn right now. They've been going hard since 1 o'clock. So must be the machine's running pretty good. I haven't had a chance to go out. I know the trucks have been going up and down the road all day, so hopefully they're making out good. Tag along tomorrow. We will definitely get some chopping footage. The plan, I'm assuming, is to go full bore at it tomorrow. Put a pretty good hurting on the lagoon here. Pulled 35 loads out today. Dropped it about 3.5 feet. You know, one more day, maybe 2. This will be pumped out for good. Our dealership got us that pipe in, which came in clutch, because look at this poor 8200. We poked a hole right there in the bottom, and we just coated this tractor, which really sucks. Now I gotta clean that on top of fixing that. But yeah, they literally just dropped this off about 20 minutes ago. So that can now go on the project list to get switched over. Maybe first thing in the morning? Maybe. We'll see what the morning brings. But anyways, yeah, put a hurting on this. The guys over at the Lagoon project, they're just working on the OSHA slope around the very edge now. So I think they've about got the bow on that as far as getting the hole dug. So maybe they can start hauling in stone now and starting to form a base down there, I'm assuming. I don't know. That's just my assumption. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video again. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was a shorter one. There's not a lot of content when you're just driving around in a circle in the truck all day. But hit that subscribe button, like, follow, whatever you want to call it. Be sure to be watching, guys. We are officially into corn. So we'll definitely get some of that content for you guys next day or two here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.